the three biggest mistakes that I'm looking at is all emotional mistakes that we as entrepreneurs make, and we hold ourselves back. And these are the biggest reasons that I've actually seen entrepreneurs fail. Hey, this is Iman Agai, serial entrepreneur, best-selling author, and today I'm going to actually answer one of the questions I got on Facebook, the top 3 mistakes newbies make and how to avoid them. So that's actually a really good question. I get this question quite often in different shapes or forms, and I would say one of the biggest mistakes that newbies make is doubting themselves, okay? A lot of newbies just start a business and right away they doubt themselves. Do I know about how to run a business? Is this product good enough? What if nobody wants to buy my services? What if I'm not good? What if, just kind of like another question, like they just keep doubting themselves. You know what? Here's the thing. As an entrepreneur, you have a really high chance of not succeeding. Okay, so that's just kind of normal. Like 95% of businesses don't succeed, 5% of them succeed. But let me tell you, one of my experiences between the people that I see they don't succeed is actually the biggest group of people that I personally have seen that they don't succeed are people who doubt themselves. It's because they doubt themselves, then they slow themselves down, then they start going to over analyzing everything, right? Then they get to analysis paralysis. Then they don't do the work they are supposed to do, and then they don't get the results that they are supposed to get, okay? So here is how you can avoid it. How you can avoid it is by knowing that the service and the product that you want to build for people should be the service and product that serves your customers with excellence, and you gotta build them with them in mind and have them being engaged, right? One of the other things that I've seen, which actually connects with this, so I would say the second mistake, is that a lot of times entrepreneurs, especially newbies, try to have the perfect product to come to the market. And the problem with having the perfect product is that you will never, ever have the perfect product unless you launch it and you get feedback from people, okay? What you think as an entrepreneur is perfect for you, but it's not perfect for the market, you know? Like, you can actually work as much as you want on whatever thing that you are creating, and then at the end of the day, you go back, you get that product, you launch it in the market, and here's what happens. People see it, and people start using it, and they have different experiences or different expectations than you have, right? So what you think is perfect for you. It's not perfect for the market. So here is what you do to improve your product. You launch your first product to make sure that it's a product that is actually serving people. For example, you want to move people, right, from point A to point B. You want to make a vehicle, right? If you want to move people from point A to point B, you don't go start creating the fastest, most impressive electrical car that doesn't need to be charged. That's not where you get started. Why? Because that takes years and years to produce, right? And that involves so many different pieces. So instead of doing all of that, you know where you are heading with it. But instead of going with all of that, you go and start with creating a simple machine, simple system that can move people from point A to point B. As a result of that, you learn what are the things that people want to see in the place, in the vehicle that moves them from point A to point B. And then you say, okay, how can I add a battery to this? Then you say, how can I make this working without needing to be charged? Then you make this battery. Then you go one step at a time, and then you launch your perfect product. But by the time that you do that, you have made a ton of money to get yourself to your perfect product. So you're not going to run out of money because you're investing so much on creating the perfect product and it's taking you so long that your team members get tired, your investors get tired, you get tired because you're just working without seeing any type of results, right? So you go from one product to the next, to the next, to the next. We call it the stepping stones, right? And that allows you to actually doubt yourself less. And when you doubt yourself less, other people doubt you less as well, because on a regular basis, you are seeing results, you're launching products, you're getting better feedback, you improve. And the last part, the third mistake that you can avoid as a newbie is when people give you negative feedback, you feel like a failure. And that's actually really challenging and it's really dangerous. Because when people give you feedback, give you negative feedback, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it that, oh, I'm getting negative feedback, I'm really bad, I suck, it doesn't work, let's give up, okay? And that's actually what most newbies take the negative feedback on. But the way that I take the negative feedback on, or like many successful entrepreneurs take the negative feedback on, is that, you know what? I really appreciate you. I really appreciate the fact that you took the time to share with me your negative feedback. And I try my best to improve this situation, and I try my best to create systems and procedures so this doesn't happen again, right? So you can look at the negative feedback as something that you can appreciate a lot if it comes from the entrepreneur, from the clients. So you can actually learn a lot from that, and you can filter out all the emotions away from the negative feedback. So let me teach you this technique, okay? Somebody comes to you and starts like giving you negative feedback. And the way that they're giving you negative feedback is with a lot of negative emotions, right? You guys suck, you don't know what you're doing, it's a waste of time coming here, you know? And like you are listening to this as an entrepreneur, and this is the way that you can actually hear it. You guys suck. Oh, she's right. I'm really bad. Oh, it's a waste of time coming here. Oh, she's right. It's a really waste of time. Why are we doing this, right? But the other way of thinking about it is actually filter out all those negative emotions from the feedback that she's giving you. So instead of that, she says, oh, you guys suck. You're like, what can I do about this? Nothing. It's just an opinion. I don't care about it. Oh, it's a waste of time coming here. Well, what can I do about it? Like, it's just like, what's my action? What's my action step on this? Nothing. It's just an emotion. Let's filter out. I can't do anything with this information, right? And then they are like, oh, you know, I wish you had a better, I don't know, blah, blah, right? And then you are like, oh, that's good. I can do something about that. I can actually put that there, right? So you can actually grow emotionally to be able to filter out the emotions out of the negative feedback. So instead of actually listening to all the stuff that they are saying that they're emotionally involved with, which doesn't help you at all anyhow, right? You filter them out, and then you learn from the pieces that you can actually implement. Because what you want from negative feedback is the action step. So what's my action step? My action step is this. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And you go to the client's angry, whatever. You're like, you know what? I really appreciate the fact that you took the time, you shared this stuff, and I'm gonna actually make sure that we're gonna improve our systems, we're gonna improve our processes, we're gonna improve our product, and take care of this. And here is a way that I'm gonna actually say thank you to, right? And you give them like, I don't know, like some way to actually appreciate them, right? But now you can actually go and get that negative feedback and implement it in your business. And that's the only thing that matters at that point, right? So all of these are actually all connected to each other. You know, the three biggest mistakes that I'm looking at is all emotional mistakes that we as entrepreneurs make, and we hold ourselves back. And these are the biggest reasons that I've actually seen entrepreneurs fail, is because we hold ourselves back, especially newbies, people who are just starting their first business. They hold themselves back, they don't go out, they don't act like fearlessly. And let me tell you one thing. Sometimes the type of business that you are going to make is actually going to, like, you're going to have a lot of fear around building any business. I built several businesses in my life. I don't even know how many businesses I've built from scratch in my life to this point. And still, every new business I'm building, I have the fear. What if it fails? What if it doesn't work? What if, like, but all of those, and sometimes you give yourself the negative feedback, so you gotta actually filter your negative feedback out as well. So you gotta kind of remove your emotions from the negative feedback that you give to yourself. It's like, okay, so what's my action and stuff on this, right? So just remember that. But all of the biggest reasons I've seen newbies fail is all of it because of these emotional stuff, that kind of they doubt themselves, they can't get negative feedback, and they wait until they have the perfect product. So go out there, make a big impact, keep the clients in mind, bring them to production, help them, support them, work together with your clients to create the perfect product. And if anybody gave you negative feedback, or you are giving yourself negative feedback, just put your emotions aside and just ask yourself, what's my action step on this negative feedback? Okay? Look forward to seeing you in another video.